Hi, dear students. Let's see this question that came in KVPY 2016 essay physics paper. I'll quickly tell you what happens in this question. There are two setups that you can see. Setup A में there are two wires which are kept at a certain distance from each other. In setup B also there are two similar wires, okay, which have been kept at a same distance from each other. But we have also a metal plate which is kept between these two wires. So basically, this difference is that apart from the two wires, there is an additional metal plate that is kept in setup B in comparison to setup A. Okay. Now we have to compare the force between the wires. The key statement is force between the two wires. So remember, if we assume these wires to be long, so the force of attraction between two wires, or force, um, if the currents are in same direction, then the force is attractive, and if the uh, currents are in opposite direction, then the force is repulsive, and the force is given by mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. This is the force per unit length, by the way. Okay. Uh, this is the force between two wires, force per unit length between two wires. Now the question is asking to compare the force per unit length between two wires. Okay, the question is asking the force, not the force per unit length. But we can say that whatever is the force in the setup A, the same value will remain in the setup B. The presence of the metal might change the net force, but if you talk about the force between the two wires, then that is exactly going to remain the same. I'll give you an analogy. For example, suppose here we have charge Q1, here we have charge Q2. Okay. Now, if you place a charge Q3 over here, then force between Q1 and Q2 still remains the same, although the net force on Q1 will change. The Q3 might apply some additional force on Q1, but the force between Q1 and Q2 is unaffected by the presence of Q3. Similarly, over here, the force between two wires will remain the same. The presence of this metal might apply some additional force, but force between two wires will remain same. So we will get FA equals to FB, and of course this force will not be equals to 0. So because this is force per unit length, so the answer will be option C. I hope you would have understood. Thank you.